this movie, Sound of Freedom, it's hitting milestones. It's a box office surprise. Americans are flocking to the theaters to see it. So tell us about getting this out there, and could you clarify the reports about Disney essentially shelving the film when it first acquired 21st Century Fox?
First of all, I am so grateful for what is happening. I'm just, I feel like I'm dreaming, and I'm afraid to wake up because if it's a dream, it's been a beautiful dream, but it's been too long, so I think it's real. And especially, Alejandro Monteverde, the director of the film, and myself, we are from the same state, northern Mexico, state of Tamaulipas. So we moved to America many years ago, and he didn't speak English, I didn't speak English. So then we connect and we open a production company, and with one goal, to make movies that hopefully will entertain and hopefully will make a difference in people's lives. The first movie that we produce and he direct is a little film that has changed the lives of so many people, including our own life, Bella. After that, we did Little Boy, and this is our third production, 20 years. So these 3 movies in 20 years. And it's been 8 years since we met Tim Ballard in Los Angeles. So when we met Tim Ballard, we knew that that's the film that we need to put together, because this is about a real problem. Child trafficking is a global problem, especially US and Mexico. As you know, USA is the #1 consumer of child sex in the world. Mexico is the #1 provider. I love Mexico, I love America. We need to make America and Mexico free again. We need a movement. This movie will start a movement. That we knew, we just didn't know how and when. So after we finished the film, almost 4 years ago, at that time I made a beautiful deal with Fox Latin America. It was beautiful. It was one movie. It was a documentary. It was a TV series, and many other things, right? So, but then after that deal, months later, we didn't see this was coming. Disney bought Fox, and all my friends who I made the deal with, they left. So now I'm in Disney. I showed them the movie to them, finished, and they told me this movie is not for us. I say, okay, well, that's not, not everything is for everybody. I understand. Well, just give me my movie back. I said, well, yes, but you owe some money, to us, because the debt that you had before with Fox now is belong to us. I know, but what about then the documentary? What about the TV series? What about the money that you owe me too? Because you said that when I finished the film, they were going to pay me this amount. So we started negotiating for a year. Now, for a year is a lot of time, because I wanted this film out, and so it was 1 year. At the end, we negotiated. I took the movie out of Disney, and then I started knocking doors with Netflix, Amazon, and other studios, and they all rejected it. Some of them they didn't even answer my phone calls. They say, I have a very important project. This is for you. We want the whole world to see it, and you have the platform. You have the right platform for this movement. Please help us. It's not about the movie anymore. It's not about me. It's about the children. We sent hundreds of messages from different people. Nothing. So you have 2 options. Either you give up, call your investors. I did what I could. Let's put this movie on YouTube for free. But then I thought they may cancel it. So should I put it on my Facebook? They may cancel it too. So I was really frustrated until I was praying to God, please send some angels to rescue this film. I'm not giving up, because this movie is about saving lives, but it's been 8 years now since we started this project. It's a long time. And then Angel Studios show up. I didn't know who they were. I mean, I knew that they did The Chosen, but I was hoping for a studio who understand global releases, big infrastructure for a movie like this, because I wanted to be involved in a movement. In order to do a movement, you need a lot of muscle, right? So, and then where are these guys? Well, they're in Provo in Utah. Where is Provo? Well, you have to go there. So next thing you know, I'm in this town in the middle of nowhere, talking to Neil and the Harmon brothers, Jeffrey and Jordan. And you know what convinced me? When I saw their passion and the faith that they had for this movie. And I needed a partner that another crazy guy like me. These guys are crazy. We're crazy. Two crazy people doing crazy things. I love that, disrupted outsiders outside of the system. And we signed the deal in 5 days. In 5 days. Then they asked me, when do you want this movie to come out? I say, Independence Day, Mexico Independence Day, September 15. Great idea. The next day they call me, no. We changed our mind. Why? Because if the U.S. is the #1 consumer of child sex, we need to shake the conscience of this country on July 4th, Independence Day. Yes, let's celebrate freedom in one hand, but in the other hand, let's do something to bring freedom back to those children that are not free. So that's the day for this film. I say, okay, I love it, but there's one challenge. It's the most difficult season for a film like us because we're going to be competing with Indiana Jones and Mission Impossible. These movies are big. They have hundreds of millions of dollars for marketing and publicity. We have $2. I mean, we have not. It's going to be a joke. They're going to humiliate us. I mean, humiliate. We're going to be humiliated. We're going to be in theaters for 2 days and then out. That's reality. Humanly speaking, it's impossible to survive. It's God's children are not for sale. If God is with us, who can be against us? So let's do it that day. Okay. So the exhibitors, they thought we went crazy. They were going to give us like few theaters, but then when they saw the film, they got behind the film and they gave us more theaters. Next thing you know, we had more than 2,000 theaters. But I was very realistic, even though I have faith too. I thought maybe we'll survive 2 weeks. And that's it. That's enough to at least start a movement. I never imagined in a million years that we beat Indiana Jones on July 4th. We were the #1 movie in America. It's unbelievable.
What do you think that says about American priorities? That you guys beat Disney-backed Indiana Jones and you guys essentially beat Hollywood.
Well, American priority. Who is America? America is more than 350 million people, right? You have good people and bad people. Like in Mexico, you have good people and bad people. So look what happened when the good people of Mexico and the good people of America meet. Sound of Freedom. So what happened with the bad people of Mexico and the bad people of America meet? Chaos. So my goal is to bring the good people of Mexico and the good people of America, shake hands. We're not only brothers, we're not only neighbors, we're brothers too. And we can change the world together. And Sound of Freedom is an example. 2 Mexican filmmakers, Alejandro Monteverde and myself, Jim Caviezel and Tim Ballard, 2 American heroes working together to save the children. If that's not the American dream and the Mexican dream, I'm living the Mexican dream and the American dream together. And I'm so grateful to God, all glory to God. He is doing everything.
So what do you say about CNN had a guest that said the film was creating a moral panic? Why do you think that the establishment media, this seems to be a pattern, why are they saying things like that?
This is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I mean, I laughed so hard because it's too late. I think they underestimate this film. That's why this film was not attacked in the beginning, because they thought, these guys are nothing. Disney will bury them alive. When they saw that this film was the people's movie, not the establishment movie, people show up. So then, when they saw the success that we were the #1 movie of America, they start attacking the film. It's too late. Millions of people show up. They're lying. They're lying like from A to Z. But you know what? Those lies, somehow God is using these people who doesn't want this movie to be seen, so other people can wake up, and the people wake up. The movement is growing, it's too big. Millions of people, have more than 5 million people now have seen the movie. It's too late, no one can stop this movement. They can take me, they can take Jim Caviezel, they can take Tim Ballard. They cannot take millions of people. This is just the beginning. This is only in America. We received like more than 700 emails yesterday from all over the planet asking for the film in each country. This is going to be bigger than what we thought, and I'm so grateful to God, and especially millions of people are praying. I believe in the power of prayer. Millions of people are praying for this film since many years ago, and I see that God is using broken instruments like us to deliver a message of love, and he's putting together an army of love to save these children, which are our little brothers and little sisters. And I'm just so happy to be part of something bigger than myself. Go and see Sound of Freedom. Go to angel.com/freedom, angel.com/freedom. Buy tickets for you, buy tickets for your family, and buy tickets for other families who cannot afford a ticket. And because of your generosity, they can see the film for free. God bless you. God's children are not for sale. Join the army. Together, we can end this.